of London. Another friend that I met last time I was in LA, and we are going to drive to Malibu. Hi!
Hi! How are you? Tell people to not eat meat when they can't afford it.
It's such a nice view though. I'm going to my first Thanksgiving ever. It's such an American holiday, but I got invited to a dinner by a friend, and I want to show you my outfit. I actually have to run because my Uber is here in a second, but okay. Got my boots I got in Paris. I got the set bag that I thrifted, and for later got my vintage leather jacket. I kind of want to show you the whole outfit. I'll just put you on the floor. I hope this works. This family and their friends have been coming together for the past 30 years to celebrate just the love that they have for each other, and kind of want to bring that back into my life, especially as I'm getting older and all of my friends are kind of everywhere in the world. Having a day to come together to appreciate what you have in your life just seems like such a beautiful thing to do. I'm waiting to board my flight to Miami, and I'm going to Rio. Flight is delayed, so I just hope that I make my connection because we're landing after we're boarding, like after my next flight boards. So I just hope that it all works out. It's going to be quite a long travel day again. It's like 15 hours, 16 hours. And then I'm going to be in Rio, which is really exciting. It's going to be like a little adventure before going back to Europe. I've never been this close to missing a flight. I just had to sprint through the whole airport. I'm like so out of breath. I made it. I'm so happy.
About the cabin, check for any personal items you may have brought on.
Good morning from Rio. It is a sunny day today. I'm actually really happy because this is the first day where the weather is good. I got here and it was just raining, like pouring rain. And then the last 2 days have been pretty cloudy and very hot and very humid. It definitely is an adjustment for my body. The climate here, it feels a lot more tropical than European summer, and then obviously being in Amsterdam where it was really going into winter and cold. It's a big change and I definitely feel it. I've been pretty exhausted. But today I'm going to share my journal entry from this morning with you, which brings me back to when I first started posting on YouTube. If you've been here from the beginning, you might remember that I used to journal about bigger topics each week and then sit down and record longer talking sequences where I would really dive deep into it. Often it was questions, which I actually think is such a smart way of getting to know yourself better, and something that not a lot of people do enough, I think. Like, we're so used to asking other people questions when we're in conversations and we want to get to know someone. You would like ask them a lot of questions, but then we don't ask ourselves a lot of questions. And I really like journaling in that way of asking myself questions while I journal, things that pop up in my mind, and then trying to respond to them, because it helps to like discover new things, new ideas, new thought patterns. I literally started this journal entry in the morning with, what do I want to write about today? Because I've been doing these morning pages, so 3 pages of writing each morning. And most of the times, honestly, when I start, I have no idea what I'm going to write. And I feel like this is going to be so hard. And I always end up filling the 3 pages somehow. And something that I wrote down that really resonated with me right now, especially with traveling so much and meeting so many new people, is how I really think that we have lost the ability to actively listen to people without thinking about what we could respond. And I think there's a lot of reasons for it. I think, first of all, actively listening to people needs a lot of awareness on the listener's part to like make that space to really listen to what someone else is saying and really be interested in it, without your own thoughts going back to, how can I relate this to myself? What information do I have that could maybe help this person if they're talking about a problem? Or what can I say to make them feel like I relate to them or understand them? I think we always, that's like just natural that our brain just goes there, but to really just listen is hard, because you have to quiet your mind to be able to just be present. And our minds are so full of things all the time right now. They're so overstimulated all the time that I think that is like one of the hardest things to do. But I also think it's one of the most important things to do for your relationship with other people, for them, but then also for yourself. I don't know if you've ever met someone where you really felt like they are just there, they're looking you in the eyes and they're just letting you talk. It can feel uncomfortable because you can become very aware of the space that you're taking up, especially for people who are used to observing and listening. Taking up space to voice your opinion, to hear yourself talk so much, and being able to slow down while you talk feels weird, and it can feel wrong, and it can feel unsafe. Especially the talking slowly bit. I often feel so rushed in conversations, especially when I'm with people that I know that are gonna start talking very quickly, or like are gonna bring it back to themselves very quickly again. That then creates that rush inside of me where I'm like, I need to get everything out as fast as I can, because otherwise I'm not going to be able to like finish my story or get to the point that I wanted to get to, or really like go as deep as I wanted to go. When you feel uncomfortable taking up space to talk, other people can feel that, and then they will take that space up and talk. And then it might feel like they don't listen to you, but it is because you actually don't even feel comfortable talking and voicing your opinion. And it can often end up making a lot of conversations or interactions feel very transactional. The quality of your conversations and of your interactions with other people influences you so much, and your happiness and the way that you move through the world and the way that you see people and see yourself, that it's so important to put more focus on having higher quality conversations. And the person that you start with is yourself. You start with asking yourself, first of all, am I a good listener? Like, am I able to give to people what I want from them? Am I able to sit with someone and just let them talk and not feel like I need to say something deep or profound to prove that I'm worthy of being in this conversation, or that I have value to give? Like, you don't always need to give value, but that's how we feel. It feels like you always have to show that you're intelligent, that you know things, that you're educated. You have to show that you're emotionally intelligent by being able to relate to people, by being able to relate to their experiences and their emotions. And we listen with the intention or the thought of, what can I add to this so the other person will see my worth and will want to be around me more. So that's where you're going to change it to, how can I listen to this person to just listen and to just let them express it. And if they have finished talking, you can ask them, like, do you want to hear my opinion? Do you want my advice? Like, did you just want to talk? Because sometimes people just need to talk. Sometimes I know that. Sometimes I just need to be with someone who will just listen to me. And that's all I need. And then sometimes I'm looking for advice. So I really appreciate people who give me the option to express myself fully and then ask me what I need from them, and vice versa. Like, I love trying to provide that space for people. So asking yourself, am I a good listener? And how can I improve listening actively? I think a lot of the times when we're in conversations, we keep like mental tabs of all the points that people are mentioning that we want to add something to, that we have like experience with or that we know something about. And then it almost feels like we're waiting for them to stop talking so we can add those things. And then that creates a rush energetically in your experience with someone. And the other person can tell, because if it's the other way around, you can also feel that they're waiting to say something, and then you feel rushed and you feel like you can't really fully just express yourself. Being able to actively listen is the first step to other people, but then also to yourself. Being able to sit with yourself and your thoughts, making space for that, even if it's just 10 minutes, I think that will help you become a better listener, but then also become more comfortable taking up space, because you're giving yourself space. There's so much to learn from everyone around us, and if we just give them space to talk and to express themselves with the intention of listening or learning, it can deepen friendships, it can deepen relationships, to learn to actively listen to a person and just be present with them. You will start to be able to give them what they actually want and need, and I think that will make your life and their life a lot more fulfilled and your connection a lot more genuine.